Become a part of a growing community and let Open Book Radio highlight you.
Well, hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Open Book Radio. You know we're here every Saturday at 2:02 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we're here introducing new shows, new books, and new businesses. And every once in a while, there's a fantastic event that happens, and we want to let you know so that you can attend if you choose to. We have information that comes sometimes from around the world. We have things that is designed to improve your life. And then again, we have small businesses and we want to promote them because we need to know what's out there. And of course, every book that we interview somebody on is usually a testimony. Music is wonderful, and sometimes we have wonderful gospel music of a new writer, new singer, and so we try to get that information out as well. Before we begin the show, you know I'm going to give you those local and long distance number in case you're streaming on the internet at kkvv.com. That's KennyVictorVictor.com. The telephone number for the long distance Kenny Victor Victor is 1-800-366-8883. And if you are local listening to the show, you know the area code is 702-650-5588. Again, this is going to be a special event, and so we are here today to talk about it. And I know if you're tuning in, you see BZ who is here. And BZ is going to go ahead and read the brief bio.
Well, praise the Lord and good afternoon, everybody. We are evidently what Brenda said. We're taking care of an event. It's called the FasterEFT Las Vegas event, and the young lady here to talk to us is Laura Worley. Are you struggling right now with stress, depression, hopelessness, fear, addictions, bad relationships, physical pain, anger, or PTSD? Everyone usually has one of the things that were mentioned. Be set free with Faster EFT. Faster EFT is a thinking process, an innovative skill set that empowers people to transform how they represent their past, shift their emotional disruptions, and restore physical health. It's a system that addresses the entire mind and body system, which includes what you think, how you process thoughts, and how you respond emotionally and physically. Laura Worley is here today to tell us about the system and how it changed her life. Yay! Welcome to the show, Laura.
Thank you. Welcome. So you're here today now to talk about an event that's going to take place right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it deals with people having certain types of problems. So my first question is, what is Faster EFT? Now, I know he broke it down a little bit, but I mean, in reality, what does that stand for? Why is it faster? Did you have one prior to that, or did they have one prior to that? So give us a little bit about what that is.
Okay. Emotional focused transformation is what stands for EFT, and it's faster EFT because it's created by Robert Smith. And he put together EFT, which is by Gary Craig, NLP, hypnosis, and a few other techniques. And it is really a body system that does help people take control of their life. And what I mean by that is a lot of times our emotions begin to run our life in a way that creates a lot of negativity. And then we kind of create negativity with our relationships. So when we learn to heal ourselves with the emotions that we have, we begin to heal our families, our children, and that's kind of the goal. We want to heal ourselves so that we can help other people.
Fantastic.
Now, she says something that that always hits home for me. Everyone going by their feelings, their emotions.
Yes.
They're allowing their emotions to run their lives. As of, once again, going by what we feel versus going by what we know.
Yes.
Ah!
Would you like to know why you do that?
By all means, please enlighten us, because I am absorbing this like a sponge. Me and her are on this level right here.
Already
After the first question.
Well, the reason why we do that is because our subconscious mind is really the one creating and running the bus. So consciously, we all know what's right and wrong. We know how to do it. But then we find ourselves doing things we're like, why did I do that? That is the dumbest thing. Why did I do that again? And it's because the subconscious mind is really working from what it holds. Now, it holds everything from the time you're born until now. And it takes those events and it records the feelings, the sensations, the events, maybe you were getting yelled at 10 years old, and every time you think about, mom or dad in the kitchen and they were yelling at you, you start to get stirred up. You start to get angry. You start to get upset. But the truth is, you're not 10. It's not happening now. But to your subconscious mind, it's very real. So with FasterEFT, we're going to go in there and we are going to release those emotions. The emotions that really cause that to make it so real. So when we tap, and we'll go in there and we'll tap out your anger, your sadness, your hurt, maybe a pain in your body, how you see it. And what happens is when there's no more emotions in that event, your mind will naturally change it. And then it just doesn't matter anymore. It does not bother you. And that's what we do.
No, that sounds like Lion King, Hakuna Matata.
Lion
No
King.
more worries.
That sounds good.
That's beautiful.
Indeed.
So, you mentioned his name. You said he created it. Again, tell us who created this program.
Robert Smith.
Okay.
He is the creator of it, and he travels around the world, and he helps people, basically learn FasterEFT and how to change your life. And he's helped a lot of people from every kind of whatever they're suffering from to change what they hold inside
Fantastic.
and start really living a great life.
Fantastic. Well, I'm going to jump ahead then, and I'm going to say there is a seminar that's going to be going on. Why don't you just tell us where it's going to be, and then at the end we'll talk about it a little bit more. But, just to let the people know who maybe is tuning in, well, why is she talking about this? Because there is that seminar coming right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and so we want to get that information out.
It will be held at the Flamingo Hotel in Las Vegas on the Strip there, and the conference will be held for the weekend for people who just want to come and learn about FasterEFT. Robert will tap on people as well, and they'll learn the basics of how they can learn a new skill to start changing what they hold inside: the stress, the pain, the depression, the sadness. They'll get a basic understanding. If they would like to further that, it will start on Monday, level 1 training, and it's kind of a twofold thing. It can either be if you want to learn more to help yourself with FasterEFT, or you can become certified as a practitioner. And so it's level 1 training as well.
Fantastic. Now, that goes for the whole week?
It goes Monday through Friday, about 10 to 5. He puts a lot of information. You'll get practice, tapping. People will tap on you. It's a great opportunity not only to start to heal yourself, but you'll get a great support system going as well.
Okay. And then the weekend is sort of like a crash course or just information?
Yeah, it is a crash course. Now, as I don't know if many of you know this, but if you know Robert Smith, he doesn't have a lot of opportunities and time to tap on people himself anymore, but he will be tapping on people on that Sunday. He will call people out of the audience and he will do demonstrations and actually release whatever's going on. So a couple of the things that people have really gotten some huge changes, and I'd like to just share. One person had went up on a demonstration on this level 1 training. She had been taking it was way over 20 pills a day that doctors were giving her for pain. She had 20 years of back pain. Her and her husband actually are a minister in the Christian church where they live in Washington. And what happened is that she could barely even lift her children anymore. And it was really, really bad. She's like, "You are my last hope." He tapped on her for about 45 minutes. All the pain in her back went away. She doesn't take the pills anymore. And she's doing fantastic. Now, this is a year later. So this isn't just like a fly-by-night thing. The great thing is what happens when we have pain inside, like our body, we have a lot of pain. Maybe we feel depressed or we feel sad. The reason why we do feel this is because of our subconscious mind, what it holds. It takes the events that we've lived through and you just keep creating the same thing from it. So a lot of people will have pain all over their body. But as a practitioner, I've worked with many people who come in, they have had pain. I'm currently working with someone who has been to every doctor known to man for her pain, and they haven't been able to do anything for her. They said there's nothing wrong. But when we started getting into her issues, severe abuse her whole life, and her body is only responding from what it got growing up. So what we're doing is we're going in and we're changing that pain and the emotions to that pain, and now she's feeling better and better and better. And so, that's a current thing. If it's okay to tell you a couple other
Go
ones.
right ahead.
So I had someone come in who had chemical sensitivities where she didn't want to leave her house. Every smell bothered her. Didn't want anybody to touch her, any of this. It was very hard for her to get out and come see me. And the amazing thing about it is when we really found out why she had these things, it really came down to being abused as a child. And when she was a child, she was smelling these things at the same time, but rather she didn't want to remember what was happening, but her subconscious mind recorded the smells. So it's kind of like, I cannot smell that because it will remind me of whatever happened. She does not have that. She is traveling. She's like going out everywhere. So it's really about the subconscious mind and figuring out what it's doing and changing it, because then the problem goes.
Wow, that is excellent. So it's taking a person, finding out exactly what the problem is and starting to work on it. So you're using their mind and their body, and you're
Yes.
getting them to be a part of it. They have to be a part of it.
They are the main part of it.
Yes.
We're only a guide. Okay, so what we do in FasterEFT is we take an intake, we really figure out the structure of their thinking, their patterns, and then we will go to specific events and we will change them. Now the interesting thing is when you release all the emotions to the event, let's just say, my brother's always beating me up growing up, and I've got all this anger and I'm really upset, and every time you think about it, you get upset. So we go change all those memories, and when you start to get all those emotions gone, your brain just does it automatically. It changes it into a positive. So you were hitting your brother and he was hitting you. Now you're just laughing and joking. And your mind does it naturally. We don't have anything to do with that.
Right.
And it's just because the emotions were released, the negative ones.
Right.
Wow. And see, you know what this reminds me of? Battlefield of the mind. The battle begins there.
Yes.
That's where it all starts. It's in the mind. And of course, the word says, "Be ye transformed
By the renewing of your mind. Yes, and that's what they're doing. They're bringing in new things to say, okay, we're going to wipe this out and we're going to put in some positive stuff. Well, that is wonderful. So you've already talked about what it addresses. One of my questions is, you just named like one or two. So if you had to categorize, what would be the breakdown as far as what you do, like depression? Give us a list of the things that you know for a fact that they can work with. Because some people will say, well, my problem is just too great. Oh, there's no way they're going to be able to help me. And then that's part of it, depression. Oh, well, maybe they can help me. Maybe I do want to be at this seminar. So what
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
crazy. Everybody thinks that their problem is unique, but
Yes.
there's a slew of people out there that have the exact same problem and they're not aware of it.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. And well, it really can address anything, because what we do is we work with that person and how they do it inside their mind and their body. So it doesn't matter what it is, but I will tell you for myself, and just, I specialize in working with abuse, sexual abuse, traumas, addictions, but, it works with any kind of stress, your problems with relationship, money, you're having problems with your kids. The only reason why you're having any of those problems is because you've got some, can I say crap in your mind. And that stuff needs to be gone. And when it's gone, things get better. And I can tell you a little bit about my story.
Yes, that was
if
going to
want.
be my next question. To tell us about your story, because you're explaining everything, but a lot of people will come on the air and say, well, I think this is a good product. But then when you say, well, have you tried it? Well, no, but it says, I read. So in your case, you've used it. You know how it works. So tell us your story.
Okay, well, this happened about 25 years ago. I was telling my husband that he needed to go into therapy because he had problems. And the bottom line is when we decided to go together. And when we went together, I found out that I probably had a little bit more problems than he did. So the thing is that I had blocked out most of my life. And so when I started to go therapy, I started to remember more and remember more. And this is 20 years later. I'm remembering more and more, but I have nowhere to go with the pain. I'm left with a whole bunch of stuff and even more stuff than I started. And I have more pain than ever. And there was no way to get rid of it. My husband and I, in 20 years, spent about $500,000 in therapy. And it was frustrating. In the last year, I spent like 100,000 for a specialist. We're trying to help our family. And I was so frustrated. At the end of this, I just said a prayer. I just like, God, there has to be something that actually heals you. Something that gives the person the power back in their own hands to heal and help themselves. And something that releases the pain, because I just do not believe that God wants us to go through horrible things and then spend the rest of our life trying to get over it. I think He wants us to enjoy our life and be happy. And that is what I think the greatest gift about FasterEFT is. It actually allows you to be happy. But so let me fast forward. I found EFT a week later after that prayer. I started cleaning up. So I just started doing this. And I started cleaning up all these abuses and all these things. And I was feeling better and better. And I'm thinking, this is great. And so I got certified in EFT. And then like 4 years later, I met Robert Smith at a matrix room printing seminar here in Vegas. And he asked for a volunteer to do a no content tapping that was really horrible. And I couldn't get rid of it with EFT. So I did. And he got rid of it. And I thought, and I still don't have an ounce of it left. It's just like something that happened. It's not a big deal. So in the last 3 years, I really have addressed all those things. And let me tell you what's happened because of it. All my relationships have gotten better. And because I started healing me, my kids, my relationship with my children, with my husband has improved tremendously. I have more money and more opportunities in my business than I've ever dreamed possible. Like I would have never dreamed 100 years some of the things that have happened to me lately. And I know that's because I was able to clean a lot of my stuff out. I'm not perfect. I have more things to do. But the thing is that when I don't have that negative in my mind begins to just create the opposite of the positive. And I still have more weight to lose, but I have lost 50 pounds and I'm still losing. I still have about 50 more. But when I met Robert, I was 100 pounds overweight. And he constantly reminds me of how horrible I looked, but I do look better. I will tell. So you can look at he's got a couple of videos anyway, but what else has happened? And then just so many friends and just opportunities that I feel good inside of me about. And I think the biggest thing I could honestly tell anybody is that when I used to get up in the morning, I would not feel good. I wouldn't be happy. I just felt like I had all this yuck inside, this heaviness, and I didn't know how to get rid of it. And when I wake up this morning, like in the mornings and during the day, I don't feel that anymore. I don't have it. I don't have that yuck and heaviness of my past. And I think for me, I'm so passionate about FasterEFT because I want people to,
Take your time.
I would like people to change their life and have the same opportunities and be happy because, there's so many people struggling right now and they don't need to be. And this is a tool that you also will learn to do on yourself. There are some things that you do need a practitioner for, but this is a skill you will use every day of your life to heal you. Like you go into work and you're all upset, and you feel stressed. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, I'm great. And, it's a stress relief. I'm automatic. You get mad at your whoever. You just tap, tap, tap. Okay, I'm okay. So, and that really does change the world when you start to have people that can handle their emotions in a positive way.
Yes. And you are absolutely right. There is so much going on nowadays, and I always make a comment of the technology. I love technology. I mean, it helps me so much. I am just surprised of the things that I can do now that, I didn't even think I would have the ability to do. But in that, it causes a lot of other things, and so therefore causing a lot of other problems. One of the things we don't do is we don't get together as people, so going to the seminar, there's other people. You said you met people and you have friends and family, and now you're dealing with people, and to be able to do that and still help yourself change some of the things in your life is so important. So again, we are having an event here in Las Vegas. So let's talk a little bit about the event, a little bit more. They go to the Flamingo. Do they have to register, pre-register? Is it going to be a big conference room, or is it individual workshops? Give us a little idea of what it's about.
Okay, if you would like to go, you can go to FasterEFT.com and register there for the weekend or the week. If you decide to go for the week, the weekend is free. It will be a big conference room in Flamingo Hotel, so there will be plenty of room. And it will be from 10 to 5 every day. Now, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, when you are going through the level 1 training, it is going to go a little bit later, because he gives you a lot of information. But the great thing is that I really, really love about the FasterEFT community is that there's a great support system after you leave the seminar. So with the Facebook closed groups, you can begin to trade sessions with each other, like practice on each other and help each other out. I have some of them really close friends because I went to level 1, and that's really where everything started to really change for my life. So,
Fantastic.
So what's the actual dates for this event?
October 11th and 12th, and that is for the weekend retreat. And then the 13th through the 17th is the level 1 training.
Okay, so from 10 to 5, and then those days, can you give those days again?
11th and 12th will be the weekend retreat, and 13th through the 17th will be the level 1 training. And on the last day, if you stay for the training, you will be getting a certification from Robert Smith.
Fantastic.
And he will be teaching all of it. He's fantastic. I don't know where this man gets all this knowledge, but anyway, he's got it.
Yeah. And he also has the energy for it too, because to
Yeah.
be traveling, teaching this, and having so many people that's learning it, and so many great testimonies, that's fantastic. We do have an opportunity to give away a pair. Meaning that 2 people can come under that 1 ticket. So if anyone is interested and you are the first caller, you can call in, and we'll have that ticket for you. As a matter of fact, you could just go there. She'll take your name down, and then you'll have your ticket sitting there at the door. It is in October, so it gives you time to reorganize yourself and put it on the schedule. So it is at the Flamingo. Give them the information again. The Flamingo Hotel.
It's the Flamingo Hotel in the conference room, and it will be the 11th and 12th. It will be the retreat for the weekend. We get a basic understanding of FasterEFT. Robert Smith will be calling up people to tap on. It's a great opportunity if you want to get tapped on by Robert Smith. And during the week, it will be the 13th through the 17th, and it will be a training. And you can either just learn more for yourself to help you and your family, or you can become a certified practitioner.
Fantastic. So it's called FasterEFT, and it deals with your emotions. It deals with all of that crap that you have inside, as she said, that needs to get out. Now, one of the things you said I liked so much was the fact that you said, I went to someone, which is a psychiatrist or whatever term you want to use, and they helped me find out what my problem was. But then after that, there's no way to get rid of it.
Right, and that's really the problem with anything that happens to us is the emotional drivers. And so if you have all the pain, that's why a lot of people don't want to go to therapy, because what are you going to do with it when you go? So unfortunately, I tried everything possible known to man, okay, for those 20 years. Every kind of therapy that was out there, I tried it. And it was great in learning and coming to understandings of things, but it did not get rid of the pain. And for me, something that gets rid of the pain is worth every cent. I would have probably paid it again if I could have, but of course I don't have that money right now.
Right, exactly.
I don't know how we even accomplished it back then, but we were desperate, I suppose. I was desperate, and you do what you need to do, but that's not the best way. You don't want to just spend a lot of money and not heal.
Well, we're down to 1 minute, so please give them the email website information so that if they want to register, they can log on.
FasterEFT.com, and you can go there and sign up for any more information. We are going to let people come in through the at the door, so if you don't get an opportunity to sign up before, just come to the event and we'll take you in because we have a big conference room and we got plenty of room. So
thank you. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. We're at our 30 seconds. Remember, it's a conference that's going on in October right here. Join in next week for Open Book Radio, and we'll talk to you then.
Thank you for tuning in every Saturday at 2:02 p.m. to Open Book Radio, where like-minded people tell their stories. Poets, authors, small businesses, spoken word, and music writers come together as a community. So don't forget, tune in every Saturday at 2:02 p.m. to Open Book Radio here at KKVB Las Vegas.